Everybody's here in the right place. What I have is one plaintiff and three different defendants on three different small claims cases, although they seem to generally be about the same incident. So I would just call them together. It's file 24-0148586 and 24-01600. All parties are here today for a small claims case. What small claims means is that you are not asking for this to be decided by a jury, but be decided right here in front of me. You also can only ask for so much money. I think these were all $5,000 suits. You also cannot use attorneys. Everybody is here trying to get this done without attorneys. And so first thing I have to determine is if everybody is ready, willing, and able to proceed in that fashion in front of me. If anybody wishes to move this to general civil in front of the district court judges, they can ask for that. That would generally be granted. But if everyone is able to, Ms. Rodriguez, are you able to turn your camera on? If everyone else is ready to proceed here in front of me, first thing I'm going to do is swear everybody in. So I need everybody to raise their right hands. Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir. I'm raising my hand.
Okay, I need you to turn your camera on.
That I'm not sure exactly how to do on this phone.
Everybody swear or affirm any testimony they give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So here is the thing. I do have some information about this. This is mostly feels like a landlord-tenant situation to me. I am going to ask Ms. Rodriguez. I'm looking at the...
Welcome back, folks. Buckle up because today's courtroom drama is nothing short of explosive. Imagine this. A daughter drags her own mother to court over a pontoon boat, a bike, and what looks like years of messy family baggage. That's right. We're talking betrayal, family feuds, and enough tension to sink that boat before it ever hits the water. Now, the judge in this case, he's not just dealing with legal filings. He's unraveling layers of emotional warfare. And the stakes aren't just financial. They're personal, raw, and deeply tangled in family ties.
The affidavit here against Miss Lodge, and I just can't read it. I said, could you just tell me what that says? I bought the boat?
Oh, for Miss for Janie. Yes, sir. I had bought this pontoon boat right before 4th of July, so me and my kids could go out on and have fun on. I had put it in my mom's name. I don't know why she's holding it over my head. She wants me to move out, sir. I'm trying my hardest to get my own home. I'm trying my hardest to move out. If she wants to keep it, she can keep it, but she can pay me the money then.
Ma'am,
I mean,
why are you suing Miss Lodgton for $5,000? Tell me that.
That's what the boat costed, and I wasn't able to ride on it all this time. I'm not able to use it.
All right, I mean, just stop. Let me ask. Whose boat did this belong to?
Me, sir.
So you bought the boat from who?
I bought the boat from a guy in Grand Haven. I bought it from him back in June, at the end of June. I had it put in my mom's name. I got proof of all that. I got proof
the boat.
Because she won't give it back to me, sir. I've asked her for my bike and my boat back, and she won't give them back to me. I don't understand, sir. That you're right. I'm not understanding.
How can she give you a boat?
What do you mean? How can she give me a boat? It's the money. What are you talking about?
Why would she owe you the money?
It's my boat, sir.
Okay, so you own a boat. What does that have to do with your mother?
She won't give me the paperwork, sir. I'm not understanding. That's why I'm here in court for my bike. Well, my bike's next September 5th. She has my bike in her name too. I'm trying. I asked her.
Why are they in her name?
Because I am in Social Security, sir. And I asked my mother to put it in her name, and she told me she wouldn't do this to me, and now she's doing it to
Here's where things already start getting spicy. Everyone swears to tell the truth. But let's be real, when a case involves family, truth becomes slippery. Notice how hesitant Ms. Rodriguez is. Fumbling with her phone camera and giving clipped answers? These little details set the tone. In family disputes like this, half the battle is credibility. If the judge senses dishonesty or even confusion, it chips away at your case. Question for you all. Would you trust your own mom or dad to hold on to something as valuable as a boat, knowing they could use it as leverage later? Drop your answers in the comments.
because I paid for it, and I can prove that, sir. That's why I'm telling you. Like, I did the same thing with my brother too, and I had to take him to, with Scotchless and do the whole trial because I can prove everything. I bought the boat. I could prove it, everything. I bought my bike. I bought it all. She just won't sign off of it, sir. She won't give it back to me. I don't know what else.
And that's specific performance. You cannot sue in small claims for specific performance. Essentially, what you want is her to sign the title over to you so that you own the boat.
Or she could pay me my money that I paid it for. I got proof of all that, sir. Like, I don't understand.
Well, ma'am, that's only if she wants to buy the boat from you. If she doesn't want to buy the boat from you, then what you're asking for is specific performance, i.e. for her to sign title over to you. I can't order that in small claims. You could get that ordered in general civil. Let me just explain to you the difference. Well, I want you to understand the difference so you understand. Small claims is when you're out of pocket for a dollar amount, right? I.e., I loaned money to my mom, she's supposed to pay me back, she didn't pay me back. The specific performance is give me the money. I can do that in small claims. But say your mom had sold you a house and won't sign the deed of the house over to you. You're not asking for money, you're asking for the deed to the house. What I can't do in small claims is what's called specific performance. In other words, make someone do an action other than pay money. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So I can't make your mother sign
like you did my brother
over to you. Exactly. A district court judge can in general civil, but in small claims, we can't do that.
Well,
all right.
Well, sir, you just made, a couple weeks ago, you made my brother sign my title off to me for my motorcycle.
Did you catch that bombshell? The judge casually dropped the F word, fraud, when the daughter admits she put assets in her mother's name to avoid issues with Social Security. That's not just a red flag. That's a blaring siren. Judges hear hundreds of cases. But the moment someone confesses to sidestepping government rules, the courtroom changes. That's no longer just family drama. That's legal quicksand. And here's the kicker. The daughter thought this detail helped her case, but really, she just admitted to something that could haunt her later. Viewers, what do you think? Did she just sing her own lawsuit?
That's what I said. He bring it over. He doesn't want to pay the money.
Oh yeah, so this is the same case then. If he doesn't, she don't want to pay me the money, she can sign off the title.
No. But here's what I don't understand, ma'am. Possession of the boat, right, is 9/10 of the law. So you're saying the boat's at whose house?
It's at our home, at me and my mom's home. I live here with her.
Okay, then she didn't take the boat from you. It's your boat. You can move it and use it however you want. I don't understand what you're suing.
It's in her name, though, and because if I move it, sir, you don't understand. She will put me in jail for stealing the boat. You're not understanding. It's in her name. I paid for it. I'm just asking if she would just sign off of the title and give it back to me. She wants me to move out. She wants me to do this. I'm trying to, sir. I'm trying to do everything possible, and I'm doing everything legally. That's why I've gotten hold of the governor about other situations, about the situations coming in.
Let me talk to Mom for a second. So, Mom, do you agree that the boat actually belongs to Angela and not to you in terms of who paid for it?
Yes, sir. I asked her to, she bought the boat.
So why did you put it in your name?
Because she wanted me to. All
right. So why don't you want to unput it in your name?
Because I asked her to move out and she can have it. And she won't move out.
All right, so essentially what you're saying is you're using it as leverage.
This is where the absurdity hits peak Karen levels. Imagine owning something, paying for it, but living in constant fear that if you touch it, you'll be charged with stealing. That's what happens when paperwork and family trust collide. The daughter's panic here shows how fragile her position really is. Without the title, she's powerless. And the mom? She's using that power as leverage. Let's be honest. This isn't about a boat anymore. It's about control. Question for you guys. Who do you think holds the upper hand? Legal title or moral ownership?
Okay, ma'am, I can't give you legal advice, but if it's not your boat, i.e., you guys are family, and one of you asked the other one to sign title over to them. So you can't turn around and sort of sue each other to make us switch title. She shouldn't have asked you to sign for the title in the first place. But you understand it's her boat, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
Sir, I
I'm
didn't
just
really
saying,
do this, but
Miss Lodge,
I didn't really
I'm
want to
talking
do
you,
this.
So what is it you wish to say? Are you telling me if she moved out of your house, then you'd sign title over to her?
she can have the boat. I
Okay,
already
that's
told her
not what
she
I
could.
asked. Ma'am, that's not what I asked. She could have the boat right now. It's her boat.
Yeah.
She could take it and go use it. But you understand the title's in your name. She wants you to put the title in her name.
No, she didn't want the title in her name when we bought it because of the
Okay,
Social
that's in the
Security.
past. Now what she's saying is she'd like the title in her name, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you won't do that?
No, she can have it. I told her she can have it. It just, I'm scared that if I give her that title, she won't go and put it in her name. She'll leave it in mine. So how am I gonna know that it's out of my name?
Oh, ma'am, no. Right on the title, you can sign the title and say, Jamie Lodgson signs title over to Angela Rodriguez on this date. And then that's her problem, not yours.
Because I don't want nothing to happen and then she gets me in trouble.
All right, I
know
understand that.
Boom. The mother basically admits she's keeping the title because her daughter won't move out. This is classic leverage, weaponizing paperwork to push someone's behavior. Judges hate this because it clogs up courtrooms with personal vendettas disguised as legal disputes. Notice how the mom's reasoning flips back and forth? 1 second, it's about not wanting liability. The next, it's about her daughter not leaving the house. This contradiction shows her true motive, control over both the property and her daughter's life. Honestly, this is less legal argument and more family hostage negotiation.
Well,
But I just want to be clear, you're not trying to keep the boat for you, right?
no.
All right. Well, instead of getting sued for $5,000, all you have to do on that piece of paper is sign it over to her. And then it's her problem. Just like you said, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah, but Your Honor, when we went to Grand Haven to get it, coming back, she told me to call my sister and let my sister hear what she said.
Listen to me. The fact that she asked you to put it in your name instead of hers is exactly why I'm not going to let her sue you for $5,000. But what I'm explaining to you is, here's the problem. It really is her boat, not yours.
Yeah,
but right now, you have your name on the title. You need to change that.
Yeah.
You understand?
But I'm telling you what she told my sister. She had me call my sister and told my sister, look what I bought my mom.
Okay, but I want to be very clear. You don't think this boat is a gift to you. It's not your boat, right? You agree with that?
I agree with that, but that's what she told
I understand this. A family really shouldn't be suing each other over signing over title of the boat. I'm not going to award any money damages in this matter. But what I'm telling you is, even if she asked you to put it in your name, it's her boat and she's asking you to now take it out of your name and put it in her name. I understand your concerns that you don't want her to, go take the boat, it gets in a wreck, and then they look up who owns the boat and you get in trouble. That's why you write on the title, you can sign that over to her.
Okay, and put down that I gave it.
Here's the big pivot. The judge makes it crystal clear. No money damages are being awarded. Why? Because this isn't really about money. It's about paperwork and promises. This moment is crucial because it shows how small claims court isn't a fix-all. If you're seeking an action, like forcing someone to sign over a title, small claims can't deliver. The judge is trying to educate them patiently, but firmly. And I have to ask, Do you think the daughter came into court misunderstanding the law or hoping to twist it to her favor?
Now, listen to me. What other matters do you two have? Are you having a landlord
The bike.
case right now?
The landlord and the bike.
No, I only have a bike.
Okay,
The
I'm
bike is
asking
the
Ms.
same
Lodge.
situation, sir.
How are you doing an eviction?
Sorry about that.
Through landlord-tenant court or not?
We did.
Ms. Logston.
I did the eviction notice for the 7 days. And then
Okay, through landlord-tenant court.
yeah, and then I went.
All right. You should also address this. You should also address this boat title in landlord-tenant court because it is possessions of the tenant that you're trying to, you don't want because they're hers, right?
Yep.
All right.
And the bike too. I mean, my son put the bike back in my name, and he's got to pay for it. And now who gets the bike? So I've got to wait for that court date too.
Well, it's going to be the same
that was only
thing.
with money, sir.
It's going to be
with
the
money.
same thing. You can't just sue your family members because you asked them to put things in their name and titles. That's not a small claims case I'm going to entertain. All right. But what I'm telling you about the boat is Ms. Rodriguez has an issue here because that boat belongs to her and you need to get it out of your name. Yep. Unless you want to say the boat's yours, and then we could have an argument about that, but it doesn't seem like you even want the boat, right?
I don't want the boat, but I'm just trying to tell you what she said to my sister. She told my sister called my sister and told my sister, look what I bought my mom.
All right. And that would be an issue if you were trying to say, okay, it's my boat because she gave it to me. But you're not trying to say that, so we don't even have to go down that road, right?
No.
All right.
No,
I'm going to dismiss this lawsuit, but it's because you're telling me you understand that you need to sign that title over.
Yeah.
All right. You're all set then. I'm going to go ahead and release you.
Mr. Novak?
I thought this was over the same tenant issue with the other two that are here who weren't camping the other way out.
No,
yes,
we got 3 of them going.
What she was talking about was I have another case coming up on I believe this September 5th, stating that with the Yamaha bike is the same situation, sir, that I'm going through.
Yes, and I'm telling you right now, if you're asking family members to put the title in their name, you're not going to turn around and sue them for money. They just need to sign it back over to you. It's not really a lawsuit. Okay. All right?
Yeah, that's what I asked her to do. I've been asking, I've been text messaging too.
I've been explaining that to your mom right now, that both of these lawsuits would go away if she just signed those titles back over to you.
I can't sign the V-Star title.
Appreciate that.
What's that?
My son, I can't sign the V-Star title because my son went to court over it. He's got to pay Angie over it. And now who gets the bike if he's got to pay for it?
I went to court, Norbeck, with Scotchless. It was the money I borrowed my brother.
And there it is. The lawsuit gets dismissed. But the dismissal isn't really a loss. The judge indirectly tells mom, this is your daughter's boat. Sign it over. In other words, the judge just saved them both from dragging this case further. What we see here is a textbook example of how judges balance legal authority with family dynamics. He couldn't order the signature in small claims, but he made it clear what should happen. Sometimes the win isn't in the paperwork. It's in the pressure of the judge's word.
No, the bike's mine. No, the bike is mine. Scotch has already said this. He already overruled it. The bike is mine. He had to pay me the money because he borrowed money. I didn't buy it for him. He borrowed the money from me.
I understand that. How did you get the bike and the money?
The bike came back to me, and I asked my mom because it was my bike because I paid for him to get the Harley, and that bike's supposed to be mine, and that's what happened. And I asked my mom to put it in her name, and this is what's happening again.
No, but you mean you didn't get the Harley that you were giving money to your brother to pay. You got the Yamaha.
Yes, I got the Yamaha. I bought the Harley. We went through trial with Scotchless on that. It was $5,300 that he borrowed, and he has to pay me $4,800 back because he borrowed money.
And whose name is on the title for the Yamaha?
Mine now,
My mom's, because I asked her to put in her name because of social security reasons and for me to get it cheaper for insurance and stuff.
Yeah, ma'am, that's your problem. You're asking them to put things in your name and then they do it, and then you turn around and sue them for it.
I know. Yeah, I know, because they're not doing this for me. They told me they weren't going to do this to me.
All right, so Miss Lodgton, I mean, we can wait and deal with the bike on the date in September if you want, but it's gonna be the same issue. It's not your motorcycle. It belongs to Angela. You need to get your name off the title because Angela will sue you over it, all right?
but the thing of it is she sued my son over it. He's got to
No,
pay
ma'am.
for both bikes.
No,
And
ma'am.
then,
That's not what that lawsuit was about. That lawsuit was about money she lent your son to buy a different motorcycle, a Harley Davidson.
he bought both of them. She bought
know.
both of them, and
All right,
And he's
ma'am,
gotta
I'm not
pay her
gonna get
back.
into this with you. We can come back and argue it in September. I'm gonna release you because you're not really part of the case that I still have to deal with today, so. You're all set. Ms. Logston, you can
Thank
make
you,
a lot of your own problems going away with a few signatures, all right?
Yep.
All right, so back to the issue at hand. Here's the thing. Ms. Villarreal and Mr. Varnkamp. Essentially what's happening here is Ms. Rodriguez is suing you because she's saying that during, I guess, a landlord-tenant situation, she had a bunch of belongings that were put outside of the rental unit. So here's my question. Which one of you owns this place?
I do.
All right. What is Mr. Varnkamp's relationship to the property?
When I went there, he was already there. I asked him who he was. He said Angela told him to take everything out because she was moving.
Okay, ma'am, we're just going a little fast. Did you know Mr. Varnkamp?
No, I didn't even know
So
him.
he's not like a property manager. He doesn't work for you. He's just a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, Miss Villarreal. What Miss Rodriguez is saying is she was a tenant and that you had a bunch of her stuff moved out of the apartment.
So let's break this all down. A daughter sues her mom for control of a boat. But what unfolds is a messy tangle of family leverage, social security shortcuts, and years of unresolved tension. The judge dismisses a lawsuit, but not before sending a clear message. Family or not, the law has limits. And while Mom may have won the technical round today, it's clear she's standing on shaky ground when it comes to moral authority.